Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, guess what? I was right about what? About many things, but this one in particular. Do you remember? And if you don't, it's okay, I will remind you. Do you remember on the 17th of November 2023, they being the Ukrainians, claimed that they crossed the Dnipro River on the east side, on the left bank of the Dnipro River in Kherson Oblast, on the other side. And they brought about, 3 brigades over there. And they're pushing forward with the new counteroffensive. Remember? If you don't, well, I suggest you watch this video where I shared pictures and videos as evidence, because they showed you pictures and evidence over there. I laughed on those videos. Not videos, I put my videos in and some pictures over there. You could go over there, it's a funny video, how I provide evidence, how they provided their evidence. So my evidence is as good as their evidence, okay? So I said in that video over there, and not only, since then I said those guys are not on the left bank of the Dnipro River. Remember, that's was November. December, it's a month ago. Nothing happened. That's what I think. Now, let me show you. I'm going to show you 2 maps, and I'm going to also show you the articles coming from the Ukrainians and the Americans stating that. Let me show you. Here is the first article. Business Insider, December 17th, 2023. Ukrainian troops fighting on Dnipro River say official claims of success are misleading. And I'm quoting, there are no positions. It's a suicide mission. This is one of the pictures they, right there, with their fighting in the Dnipro River. This is the landing, one part of the landing. All right, my friends? But someone is like on the moon landing. You remember how the moon landing was? Someone was already down to take a picture of the guys who were going down. The same here. They're landing, but someone already landed before them. Oh shit. So anyway, this is the landing. Now, if these guys are coming and saying that, there is no, claims of successes are misleading. There are no positions. It's a suicide mission. And you can say, well, Emil, shut up, okay? Because this is from Business Insider. Who are those guys to say? Well, Business Insider are not towards Russia or towards Ukraine. I tell you that. A little bit, not too much. And I'm going to show you another article to make my point, coming from Kiev Independent. Last time I checked, Kiev was in Ukraine. Ukrainian soldiers storming eastern bank of Dnipro fear their mission is hopeless. Now you can put this together. This is from today. So put that together with this one, and these 2 articles I think tell me that there's nothing there. Okay, let me laugh about this little another storming of the river. So it's another picture. I use this one, and this was the evidence the Ukrainians provided, Zelensky provided us, showing us that they landed on the Dnipro River. I don't think this is the Dnipro River whatsoever. How do I know? Oh, that's a marking over there saying Dnipro River. How do I know? And besides, if you look, they cut the other side of the river, but I can see it in the water. Can you see it? So this river that they show us here, I don't think it's bigger than 100 yards. Maybe 150, and if you look at the Dnipro River over there from the satellite, I guarantee you it's more than 100 yards. But anyway, let's don't be so attentive, okay? Again, they are over there. Now, I don't know where these guys are. I don't know the date. I don't know. You see over there the leaves over here? My friends, how come there are leaves over there in mid-November? Bullshit. And if you look over there in the back, you can tell there's some, foliage, but I can tell for a fact. Nevertheless, for me, they didn't make it. Watch that video where I make my point over there, and you're going to see how accurate they are. Now, let's read let's read the articles or part of the articles and see what kind of evidence they bring and look over the map. They also stated that they are in about 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers in. I don't believe it. So let's go to the articles, and then we're going to go to the maps. So let's start with Business Insider. All right. Do you agree? Okay, we are in agreement. Okay, another one. Oh, right there. Ukrainian soldiers and Marines told the New York Times that the Dnipro River front is brutal. They contradicted official reports that they have gained a foothold on the eastern freaking bank. You see that? I don't need to read anymore. They contradicted official reports. They said that the Ukrainian soldiers are dying in huge numbers and that it is a suicide mission. In recent months, the banks of the Dnipro River has taken center stage in the war in Ukraine, with Ukrainian officials claiming that their forces have gained a foothold on the eastern bank. However, Marines and soldiers on the ground told the New York Times that these claims are overstated and the Ukrainians are dying in huge numbers, often before they even reach the other side of the river. That's the big success in Kirnsky or whatever, Kirnsky, that's the location. All right, here is the Ukraine. I'm going to show you a map. This is Kherson, right here, Oblast. And this is where supposedly they landed. It's a Kirsky, right? Krinky. Right here, they say right here, that's where they landed, in this area, across Kherson, in this area. Now, this, somewhere here, this river is supposed to be the river that we saw over there in those pictures, remember? The, whatever. And this is where the Dnipro River flows into the Black Sea. So this is the biggest flux of water right here, the biggest. And I'm going to show you another one which is more revealing. So they tell me this is, anyway, you can look over. So let's go back to this. Actually, let's go back to the other map. This is a better map. It's more, it gets closer. So again, we go here to Kherson. And this is around here where so this is where they landed. You can say, well, you see, Emil, maybe they landed over here, maybe that. Well, could be, okay, let's give it to them. Let's give that to them. Maybe this is not 100 or this one, and they somehow got over. Okay, but nevertheless, they said they are on this side here. Right? They say there are some here on this part of Kherson. And if I look on this bombardment, I don't see anything here. On the other map, on the other hand, they said this is only Ukrainians shelling. I know by the color, because I know this is a Russian map I use all the time. So again, let's go to the article. And I'm quoting, there are no positions. There is no such thing as an observation post or position, Ukrainian soldier Oleksiy said. It is impossible to gain a foothold there. It's impossible to move equipment there, end quote. This is a Ukrainian guy talking to New York Times, wasn't that? New York Times or New York, wasn't that New York Times? Yeah, New York Times. And he says, it's not even a fight for survival, he said. It's a suicide mission. Now, Zelensky and Yermak, the two little pigs, said in November that Ukrainian forces has gained a foothold. That was my article over here. On the eastern river, which would mark a significant advance in Ukraine's counteroffensive. Russia has held control, However, soldiers on the ground describe a grim scene, telling the Times about difficult conditions, brutal fighting, and growing casualties. I don't see anything like this in Bakhmut or Soledar. How come you're still alive, my man? He said, it's so wasteful. The battles of Bakhmut or Soledar in the country's east are known to have been among the most intense of the war. You want me to show you where they are? I know where they are, my man. It's right here in Donetsk. Bakhmut is right here, where Artemovsk, it's called Artemovsk right here, and Soledar is in the same area, in this area here, because they got to Bakhmut through Soledar. So this area, in the middle of everything, this is where they are. So if this guy, a deputy company commander, told the Times that some dead Marines have been laying on the riverbank for as long as 2 months because intense shelling makes it difficult to collect the bodies. And I'm quoting again here, people who end up there are not prepared psychologically, he said. They don't even understand where they are going. They are not told by the command that sends them there. Earlier this month, a Ukrainian soldier told the BBC that Marines sent to help defend recent Ukrainian advances on the Dnipro River were so inexperienced they couldn't even swim. Holy moly macaroni. The troops also describe difficulties with the landscape, with the riverbank being muddy and swamp-like and scattered with craters filled with water. The environment means that in most places there is nowhere to dig in, soldiers told the Times. The Cross River mission is currently not striving for a major breakthrough, but is prioritizing eliminating as many Russian soldiers as possible and taking out Russian artillery, Deputy Commander said. Now that is what Business Insider said. Let's see what these guys are claiming. Remember, these are the Ukrainians right here, so they will be milder and they will probably not use the same New York Times thing. He says here, mortars are first thing, no matter how shaky the Ukrainian small units try to be. It's not hard for the Russian forces holding the eastern bank to see them coming. Russian drones are always on the hunt. Boat motors are loud and suitable. Troops landing spots are few. Once Ukrainians are spotted, the Russians either chase them with fire-person view, FPV drones, or drop mortars on them. Bodies lost to the river are nearly impossible to retrieve, the soldiers say. So they were honest. Making it across is just the beginning. Plodding hundreds of meters through marsh and in knee-high water with no cover from mortars, artillery, tanks, drones, and aircraft is almost as scary. The Ukrainian soldiers maintain distance from each other, so at least one of them survived to call in an evacuation. KAB guided aerial bombs are the least scary because you understand that they will hit and you won't feel anything. Reconnaissance soldiers Alexander 25 said. Jesus Christ. My friends, now I didn't expect that I didn't read the article before, but I think it's clear. There's no success over there. It's carnage, and these guys are lying. What's new? I don't blame them because they all lie, and in a war, what are you supposed to say? What I expect them to say is to save life, as they say, but with Yermak, and with Shmichal, and with Zelensky, and with former Reznikov, and with Usmenov. With these guys, what do you think? They care about Ukrainians? I don't care. I don't think they care. Zaluzny cares, but not those guys. Not those guys. When they say we care about lives, nah, they don't give a fuck. They are still in the temple, exchanging money, waiting for Jesus to turn the tables upside down. Well, for something like that, I'm waiting for Jesus, okay? If Jesus is there, I want him to come and dispense justice. I know where I'm going. I know I'm not going with him. I'm going over there. And I'm going to meet all the interesting people over there, okay? And we're all going to be singing, woo! But it's a different story. You can go over there and you can sing your hymns how much you want. I don't go over there. I don't like that kind of shit, right? So, but for this reason, I would like Jesus to come back and distribute justice. I want those motherfuckers in charge of Ukraine to, be distributed justice to them. I don't care. I know where I'm going. But those guys, they're still are in charge of so many people, young Ukrainians who die over there. They don't care. They don't care. So that is dead. It's been dead. It's been a lie. And I said it. And thank you very much. And you're welcome. Stay strong. Stay smart. Look for the truth and be just.